Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live on Humble House Radio.
And there we are.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
They didn't actually get to hear the opening on the radio there, but it's all right. We'll figure that out. Minor miscalculation on my part.
That's fine.
Welcome once again to the show, everybody.
Yes, what's up, Houseology Live fam? We are live at the Moxy Hotel today, like we are every Monday, and we got Rave Daddy Robbie in the building. What's up, dude?
Hello.
And we got Cole Vanity in the building.
Yeah, Vanity.
With less hair. Much less hair.
Yes, man.
Yes.
Look at you. You look like a whole different
Even the
human.
beard's
I
got
feel like
the
I
beard
lost
all
a
like
lot
trimmed
of-
up there and
A
everything.
lot of weight. Literally.
Like you lost a lot of weight.
Yeah. You had a lot of hair, dude.
Yeah, there's so much on the floor. Like afterwards, it looked like a small dog.
That's hilarious, dude. Well, what's up, guys? We are excited today. We have a great show for you. We have our special guest who's going to be Meeshy. She's been doing a lot of things around the Tampa Bay area, St. Petersburg, you name it. She's been there playing, throwing creative shows, too. So we'll get more into that later on in the show. Right now, we're in the recap section, and normally we would have some kind of copywritten music here for Rich to be playing.
You know what? We'll just go like this. I think if this is going to work this time. There you go.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, see? I actually got this stuff figured out, guys.
There we
Listen,
go. Nice.
by June or July, we're going to have a fucking phenomenal show. I just want everybody to know that.
I think so, too, man. Rich is out today. Guys, send him some prayers, some vibes. He's not feeling the best.
He's not dying, though. He does. To be clear on the prayers.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, we need really strong prayers.
Really strong vibes. All right, send them to him so he feels better. We got Danielle on the way to host the interview for Meeshy, and it's going to be great. A great interview, guys, so stay tuned for that. So in the meantime, this is the recap section. We're going to go over what happened this weekend with other things. And also, please, guys, we encourage you to call in at 727-342-0550. We can now take calls on the air. And I heard there was some crazy Gatsby stories.
We tested it, but let's
did.
I don't want to get it. I don't want to build everybody up and then suddenly silence.
Well, we're going to test them out again. Give us a call. Put Robbie to the test. We're going to see if it works. We had a crazy weekend. Everybody's had this weekend was like nuts. It might have been what do you call those, those phases in the moon where things go crazy? Was it retrograde, right? Mercury retrograde?
Yeah, I think that's what you're thinking of.
I don't know if that's what happened.
The moon is in retrograde.
I don't know if that's what happened this last weekend, but it was bananas.
I mean, it's Gatsby weekend.
Yeah.
I think that's all you have to say. I mean, all right, for people that are not from the area, for those of you listening otherwise, of course, down here in Tampa, Florida, we always have the Gasparilla festival that occurs every year about this time. It's typically like a week-long event. It has to do with the it is actually a fictitious story, right? There was no actual Gasper, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like,
I thought the guy was real, but like the story. That might be.
yeah,
I don't know.
there's something like that in there. But anyways, he comes and seizes the city for a day or something to that effect. And then we have a kids parade that's actually kind of nice and appropriate and not quite as crazy adults. But the following weekend, then of course we have the adult parade, and the adult parade is a mess. And then the adult parade what's a good way? The adult parade staggers into the evening of that same weekend where. We also have had the Shipwreck Music Festival by that's Alliance, right?
Yes.
Alliance
events, yeah.
Yeah, that does that. And that's a really good festival. I've been there multiple times myself. And then this year looked like they had some really good stage work. I noticed I saw a lot of videos. I was busy doing other things. Yeah, really good lineup as well.
Yeah.
A lot of our friends on it.
A lot of locals.
Always good
there.
to see.
Yes.
So it's a big party weekend this weekend, and most people today are probably suffering.
Oh yeah. The way I describe it is like the Mardi Gras of Tampa, but
Yeah,
like
that.
pirate themed.
I like that. I like that point of view. That's a good one. That's a good way to put it. It's definitely. I've only been once to the adult one where they have the floats coming through.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I walked through it a little bit, and it was
Crazy.
bro. I mean, it was insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, drunk people everywhere. I mean, lit just stumbling, walking, and I'm like, well, God, you guys
Oh,
are by
yeah.
water right now, you know, like
Yeah,
somebody's gonna fall in here if they
it's
didn't. I'm sure
definitely
they did.
Mardi Gras vibes for
Oh,
sure. It's
oh,
just
yeah.
like
A mess.
Top
party,
tier.
party,
It's a
party,
mess.
party, 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 party.
Yeah, top
you know?
tier. There was a lot of shows going on. Shipwreck was out here.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that show was a little insane. 5,000 something odd people. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a sea of people.
Yes, it is. I agree.
See?
A sea. That's a sea of people. dude.
Goes on theme with the pirates.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does. Yeah, that was what the numbers were from Shipwreck. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh, you're
from-
talking about
you got-
my little event.
Yeah,
Shipwreck. Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So for clarification, it was Gasparilla weekend with the Shipwrecked Music Festival.
Yeah, that's different.
Yes, and that's by Alliance Events. This completely unrelated to the duo Shipwreck.
Yes.
WREK. And those guys were in town. I'm not going to get into a tremendous amount of details, but there was an event over by the stadium, and I would describe it as a 4,000 plus frat party, frat and sorority party, and it got really wild.
As you would expect from a frat party.
Yes, absolutely. It got really wild,
On
and
Gasparilla weekend.
I
Yeah,
learned
that's true. Double it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned a new term called Borg, which stands for black outraging something or other. That has to do. It's you take a gallon milk jug and then you fill it with your favorite alcohol in a mixer, and then you carry it around, and basically that's the whole point. Most of these kids, I don't think, made it to blackout. They were actually just throwing up first. So it was but it was done by two younger kids. They were new to this venture, so
Yeah.
I think they learned a lot of lessons.
I mean, as anybody does, when you first throw kind of events like that, you just got to roll with the punches and then
Yes.
learn for the next one, you know.
I agree.
But good for them that they had that many people out there. You know, that's a
Yeah,
great
for real,
networking
honestly.
opportunity for people, you know.
Definitely.
They did great net marketing with that, too. I even saw the marketing for that on my ads, too. So they
Really?
did great.
Nice.
Yeah, they were doing great.
Yeah, last minute they really ramped up the marketing stuff. I
Yeah.
was actually sharing the event too. Unfortunately, Shipwreck did not play, but
Oh, shoot.
yeah, because it actually got shut down by the police. They received over 150 complaints
Oh, wow.
in about 2 hours about the event over various things. I'm not going to get into details of what was going wrong, but
Yeah, but that's crazy.
it wasn't
though.
going well.
That's kind of what
That's
you
like
want.
over a complaint
I mean-
a minute.
You always.
Yeah, that is kind of,
Literally.
yeah, you're right. The first two, yes, you're right. I didn't think about that. Absolutely.
That's crazy. That's kind of, I mean, as an event promoter, thrower of some sort, that's kind of like you don't want to get shut down, but I mean, the fact that they had that many people there was
That's a positive, but
great.
I guess
you
just the
know?
preparation.
Yeah,
was-
yeah. You just gotta get those porta potties. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. You know, we didn't have porta potties at house for the holidays, but we were really close to a venue, so we kind of partnered with that venue. But again, that's just one of those things. You just got to do it, man. You got to
Yep.
do it. You got to get all of the prep
permits and
permits,
all
the
that
prep,
sort of
the
stuff, yeah.
proper security, all that kind of stuff comes with throwing events, man. So it's just we've
Proper
all
preparation.
been there. Yeah, we've all been there. Shoot, you know. But hey, listen, congrats to those guys. And this past weekend, you guys had Saigon Blonde. You guys held that down. It was Ladies' Night at Saigon Blonde.
It was super fun.
It would look like a beautiful night, guys.
Oh, yeah.
That looked
I
like
was there the whole night.
yeah. Oh yeah, beautiful, packed, and people came for the ladies, guys.
Yeah,
And Robbie.
And
thank
Robbie,
you.
that's right, Robbie opened.
I appreciate that. Yes,
Slay.
there's no connection to the ladies' night in me. Opening one of the ladies had the called in, wasn't able to make it. So
Yeah.
last minute fill-in was me. There's no correlation though in the ladies' part there. Just to be clear on that.
Queen.
But I played. I love it when I get to play a deep house set.
Yeah.
I like the progression of it, and I like that you actually can kind of take your time.
Yeah.
A lot of people, miss that in
Yeah.
deep house.
Yeah.
They sometimes want to rush through it a little too much. People get concerned about playing a 5-minute, 6-minute track, but
Yep.
the whole point is, that's the point.
That's the journey.
Yeah, you're creating a vibe. You're creating that lounge vibe, and I just like doing that. And this was my first time streaming because I'm a big supporter of Beatport Link. They don't sponsor
yes.
the show, so I'm not advertising, but I'm a big supporter of it. And I used Rekordbox 7 for this, and it was flawless. It sounded great. It didn't hiccup. It didn't have any problems at all whatsoever. And I did have a small little audio issue that I was dealing with in 6.8, so it's nice to see it. Apparently, it seems to be fixed.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love all the technical aspects of that. I messed around and didn't put my Rekordbox Plus on my last thumb drive the last time I played on AZ. So I was playing with files, which is cool. It's fine, but I just learned that today that I have to go through Library Plus for the AZ and all that stuff. So heads up, guys. All our friends that are DJs out there, if you're going anything above an XZ now, you got to use Rekordbox Plus.
Yeah, and it's also really important to understand, and I'm going to get people that are totally going to disagree with me on this and say I'm crazy, but in this particular case, when you're dealing with this particular equipment, especially since Alpha Theta has purchased Pioneer and they're moving forward and they've got Serato under their umbrella now, you have to upgrade.
Oh, yes.
You got to make sure your equipment has updated firmware and make sure that your software is upgraded. Because if you say, oh, I'm not going to upgrade the firmware on my equipment because it works fine, but then you upgrade your software, I promise you, you're going to have problems.
Yeah.
And then if you go to play somebody's show who almost undoubtedly will have upgraded firmware on their equipment
100%.
and you're still running on Rekordbox 5.2, I promise you that is not going to work out well.
Yep.
I'm a huge upgrade proponent. I work in the IT field in that, and I'm very pro. I hate dealing with old software. And
it makes sense.
Yes.
They fix it for a reason. It's updated for a reason.
Right.
So just use it. And also, you guys were over at Concrete Jungle, too, man. Tell us about that show.
Yeah, Sam and I, we went over there. She invited me to play, and you know what? It was a great fucking turnout.
Yeah, I love that.
We had Shipwrecked and Gasparilla going on across the bridge, and we still probably had solid 50 to 75 people, maybe at the peak, maybe skirting around 100 there.
Yeah, I love that.
And I looked at volume, and I said, you know what? It's crazy because with everything that's going on across the bay, we're actually pulling a good crowd.
Yeah.
And, at the end of the night, we were getting fist bumps from the security people. The bartenders said they loved it. They said it was kind of different in that, and than what they're normally hearing, and it was awesome, and the music was awesome. The one server came over and actually asked us if we could turn it up a little bit louder because she felt like it was not loud enough.
Oh,
and,
good. You always want to be turned up.
Yeah,
DJs
absolutely.
Turn it up.
If a employee comes up to me saying turn it up, I'm like,
yeah,
no problem.
Done.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's the really big deal. All night long you can have people that are coming in and out of your venue and in various states of mind, and whether they are enjoying your music or not, or they're dancing. Sometimes that's not. That could be 6 and 1/2 dozen of another kind of thing. But then, when you've got the staffers actually coming up to you saying like, "Oh yeah, it's great," and all that makes me feel good.
Oh, yeah.
I like that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when it, even like the security people. Over at Saigon Blonde, we got a bar back named John, and I love John. I've gotten to know him really well over the past year. He's a great guy, actually.
Yeah.
And but he's not really a huge EDM fan. But then he was out like 2 weekends ago, and I saw him when I was playing there with Chris Michaels, and he's like, "Robbie, I'm fucking love the music tonight, man. I'm really enjoying myself. I just came to hang out and never get a chance to really like listen to your guys' music, and man, it's really good tonight." And da 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 da. And I thought that was really nice.
Heck yeah, cool. It always stands out when, especially service industry people, can compliment you because they hear it all the time. To them it's probably the same thing, but if they really love it, then you're doing you're doing your job right.
Yes,
100%.
I was over in Atlanta. Big, huge shout out to my Atlanta peeps, yo. We got some claps. Let's get some claps.
Oh, here we go.
Let's get some claps for our...
Hold on, I got to move 17 screens to do that. But here, I'm just going to do that one again.
There we go. That's a big ups to our Atlanta folks, yo. Atlanta really came through this weekend. It was crazy. We just can't stop. We give it to them, all of them. So... ATL went through. They went ham, dude. So Thursday, there it is.
Yeah, there you go. I told you how to get to it.
Yes. Big ups to our. If you ever,
ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea how long I've worked so hard to try and get this all to be this good, and so I'm having a great time here. Don't mind me and the sound effects.
No, I love this, man. I'm glad it's all working. It's coming together. We got a great show for you guys. Atlanta, dude. Atlanta was wild. So I got there Thursday. I met up with Matt for his birthday. Big shout out to Matt. Thank you so much, dude, for bringing us up. Bringing me up, which us is the label, because he was like spreading the word for us, dude. He was like, Humble House, you guys need to check out Humble House Records, what they're doing and everything that they've got going on. Oh, we lost our logo.
Womp, womp, womp.
We'll have it back after commercial.
Well, you want to grab that and press the arrow or something.
He shouted us out. We did a little after party.
Can you
Thursday.
see maybe the game's on or something? No, I'm kidding.
This is now
we had a little after party up there, and they get down. You know, I checked out a few other people DJing who DJ up there. Camille's one of them. Big shout out to Migo. Her name's Migo or Mego. Mego is her name. DJ Mego. Yo, she's fire. She is fire.
Mego, how do you spell that?
Meggo. Mego.
Nice.
Yeah, check her out, dude. She's up in Atlanta, hoping to get them down here. Actually, Matt will be down here Thursday. Isn't it? He goes by
Troglodyte, right?
Troglodyte. Yeah. Yes, he will be here Thursday to play. You know, we kind of do like this gig swapping thing. You know, that's kind of like the mode for us. You know, we get there, you get us there, we get you here, and we're just gonna have a fun time. You know, and then Friday I did the open at the patio for the Don Bresky show, and it was so cold. Oh, it was so cold.
I bet it was
What
cold.
was like the actual temperature?
So it started at 39.
Yikes.
Right? So we started up there. And then by the time we finished, right before Don Bresky got on, it was 28 degrees outside.
Oh, my gosh, bro.
Yeah. And people were standing in line with... Yes, it was nasty.
I agree with that one.
You know,
it was disgusting.
When DJ Rich and I started our day Saturday for the frat party, when I left my house, it was 38. By the time I got to the stadium, it was 40.
Yeah.
And but I have to admit, we did get lucky. The temperature skyrocketed. Like over 2 hours, it went from being 40 degrees to 58, and then by noon, I think it was 62 or 60.
I love that. That's
yeah,
a
it was
beautiful
real
day right
nice.
there. That's a beautiful day.
Sorry you had to freeze up there.
Oh man, I got to take one for the team though. You know,
Nah.
I bite one bullet and then we all go in. You know, so it was cool. I met a lot of people up there. Matt introduced me to the entire district staff.
Nice.
He let them know what the assignment was. It was even actually they never opened the patio. They specially did that for us
cool.
and for his birthday.
Oh, very cool.
So that was a big upside. You know, I told them how much gratitude I had for them to do that for us.
Definitely.
You know, they didn't have to do that. You know, so big ups to District. You guys are the best venue that I know of in Atlanta to host us there, and I appreciate you guys so much.
And that's where. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that where Saint Germain plays regularly?
Yes, so they have a crew called Oblivion Nights, and they do a monthly thing there at District as well. So that's also I saw Saint Germain too.
Nice.
That same night, and we got to chat and we got to
cool.
to talk about it all. And
I really enjoyed meeting him when we were in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's great.
It was him and I could tell when we started talking a little bit that we were definitely debauchery. We could be debauchery twins.
yeah.
Good
So
vibes.
absolutely. And he threw down a good set, and it was a fun time. I can't wait to get back.
Yes. I also met the opening. Oh, Jay Honey. Big shout outs to Jay Honey.
Yeah, for real.
Yes.
She came through and she represented Humble House heavy, you know. She got in there and she
always
took some
repping.
videos. Yeah, she's repping heavy. Big ups to you,
There you
Jay.
go.
We love you, girl.
Don't worry, I'm on about a 20-second delay with the sound effects, but it's fine. It's fine. You know.
Was Don Bresky pretty cool?
Listen,
Don
we
Bresky was fire.
remember we crawl before we walk here, folks. We crawl
we
before
do.
we walk. Sometimes we even crawl backwards, but it's okay.
As long we're gonna move forward sometime. No, but Don Bresky was fire, dude. Don Bresky was fire. The opener, her name is Yessa or Yeshi, I believe is how you say it. She was great. She
Nice.
started with deep house, and then she went into some tech house, and then right into the club stuff. You know,
Nice,
like what you
nice.
would listen to at the club, like proper. She was very
Yeah.
proper. She's gonna send us some music too. Great person to meet.
Cool.
I think her name is Tiffany. Is her real name. And then Don Bresky went on. Yo, he shut it down. Just like
That's
you wouldn't
fair.
expect anything different.
I saw him at Factory Town When did you and Philip get a chance to get over and see the Dom? You guys were over at the other stage, I think.
What? Oh, that was the second night.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't the
I
second
can't
night. It was the
remember.
first night.
Was
He
it
was
first
there
night?
in that little middle concrete building with the fans.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That stage is really cool. Yeah, I do remember that.
I saw a little bit of him there. It wasn't. We didn't spend. I didn't spend a ton of time there, but I was there for probably about 15 or 20 minutes. His set was good. His set was very good. Yeah, I like his sets. They're usually pretty energetic and yeah.
Yeah, he was. I got to do some background work while I was there at District. Like I got to see how it. They gave me the tour. You know
That's
what I mean?
fire.
Like
That's fire.
I love that. You know,
Oh,
I get
yeah.
to see what's happening. I get to see how the club works. I get to see like that's the kind of things that make my brain go. Wee,
Oh yeah,
you know?
for sure. Being like behind the scenes.
Yeah. And I got to see how he was mixing. I got to listen, but it's a different experience when you're listening to a DJ versus when I am a
Yes.
DJ and I can watch you do what
Definitely.
you do and I can learn from that. Oh my gosh. Like, dude, he went in, and to see him mixing, he was doing like 3-4 tracks at a time. He would do 3 tracks. Most of the time he's doing 3 tracks. It was pretty cool.
That's fire.
It was pretty cool.
That when I played with Chris 2 weeks ago at Saigon, when I wasn't playing, I actually went down just a couple times, and I just sat on the couch there in that one corner underneath the speaker and just kind of like chillaxed. And then I just was just listening, and it's fun. It's fun. Like sometimes we're so we're just so locked in work mode or whatever, because it's hard for us not to be, especially when we're at a club or a venue or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's nice sometimes you just sit around to enjoy the music.
Yeah. You forget about how much you really enjoy this music. When you get too busy trying to mix it all the time or find the bangers, you forget that there's a lot of music out there, and a lot of it you'll enjoy.
It's crazy.
So that was fun, man. Atlanta was a bomb, guys. I can't wait to send more of us up there, because that's really what this bridge is about. This bridge is for us to for him to send his people down and for us to send our people up, and we're gonna
collaboration, man.
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen with everybody. So the ladies, let's not forget the ladies who played. It was Katie, K80, and Livy Baby and Volume
At Saigon.
Yes, at Saigon on
Yeah.
Thursday. So big shout out to those ladies.
It
Loose
was all
Cannon.
fire. That whole night was fire. They all did good.
Oh, they were fire. I don't expect anything less from that lineup right there, man.
For sure.
Loose Cannon, big shout outs to you. Thank you for trying to make it through. I think you were sick, so I hope you feel better. And I saw the recap, and I can't wait to listen. Robbie, did you get a chance to upload this year's sets? Did we have any sets this year?
Yeah, they're all there.
Oh,
Yeah,
all of them.
They're all up
Loose
to date.
Cannons
Yeah,
is
baby.
up there too. Oh,
yeah, they're all
perfect.
there.
I can't wait to hear the recap on that.
Yeah, I
can't
actually, believe it or not, I actually. Oh no, she was the one that couldn't come.
I know. Loose Cannon didn't make
Yes.
it, but
Oh,
Katie
yeah.
and Livy,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't wait to hear everybody set that.
Yeah,
night.
I've been like the last 2 weeks. Let's hope I can keep it. The last 3 weeks. Let's hope I can keep it a trend by like Monday. I've had the sets up on the website.
I love that. Thank you so
And-
much, brother.
Yes, well, I've been doing that, and I shameless self promotion. If you go to my SoundCloud, I have uploaded all of my intimate. Now there's a tie in here, but I uploaded all of my intimate session sets from Saigon Blonde are now
Yeah.
on my SoundCloud, which ended up being something close to like 12 sessions from last year.
Oh wow.
And if you want to really have a nice little laugh, go back and listen to my March and April sets, and then go and listen to my Halloween set. And if you want to see the progression of a DJ
okay.
and skill set improvement,
Yeah.
that's definitely one way of judging it.
Did you checked it out? You listened to
yeah.
yourself to see how
I was
they
kind
work?
of it's well, not only even that, just I jumped back and was listening, checking out some of the mixes and the production values. I was
Yeah.
like, you'd think after like 27 years in broadcasting, I would have been a little bit better than what I was, but I was like, geez, I fucking sounded so noob. Like it
Everything is like that,
Yeah.
man. You always grow. We grow. That's how you know
Yeah,
we're.
it's literally just always moving forward.
That's how you know that we're just smart and great people. We grow. You can see the progression and the growth.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of intimate session set, don't forget we do have over 1,600 hours of sets now from Saigon Blonde.
Yep.
The longest running Thursday night thing we've got going on, Thursday night show
Yep.
down in downtown St. Pete. And, we're going to have all the sets again this year. It'd be probably another 1,600 plus hours of music.
Yeah.
We don't quite have all the Houseology live sets up there yet. I'm getting on that. I have got a little bit more editing I have to do with those.
That's cool.
But yeah, and then I've just got my sets where I've been playing with Chris Michaels at Saigon Blonde too. That's another like 5 or 6 sets yet.
Yeah.
To upload. I put my New Year's Eve set with Volume and myself and Sakali.
Nice.
I was listening to that. That was, oh my God, that was a fire ass set.
She started listening to it too.
Sakali rather was giving me props, and he was like, "What was up with you?" And the first like 5 to 10 minutes in, it's a little like, but I told him, I said I was all thumbs, but man, I hit like 12 minutes in, and then and it just I agree. He told me, I don't even know how you were doing some of the things you're doing. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I could repeat that. It's like my Rhyme Dust techno remix from New Year's Eve last year.
You gotta love those kind of sets. I definitely am going to take a listen. She started listening to it. I'm going to listen for when you drop that bulletproof edit.
Oh, yes.
No, but so big shout outs, ladies, guys. If you want to go check your set out, if you've ever been on Intimate Sessions on a Thursday at Saigon Blonde last year, your set is up and is live on www.humblehouseradio.com. And you'll go to the blog and interview section, blog sets and interview section. And it's pretty easy, straightforward. Just search your name or just look through the different files, and it has all of their names on it, and it has their flyers as well. So, guys, that's huge. You could definitely see what you've done over the year. You can, if you get with us, we will send you a copy of it for yourself, so that you can upload. But I think I'm
sorry, not to cut you off. That's one of the things I'm doing too now. Last night, I'm now actually notating all the sets where everybody's at.
Oh, nice.
So now somebody needs to pull it out, if you guys need to pull it up or something, then somebody pull it out.
Where's your mind at, Robbie?
Pull it up, yes,
weekend.
and pull it up and rip the set out. Then it's going to be a lot easier to do as opposed to. I'm trying to stay on top of it. Yeah.
Perfect, man. We appreciate that work. So, guys, get with us. We will send you your set. If we haven't already, give us a big shout out, and when you do upload it, please be sure to tag humblehouseradio.com or Humble House Radio, and we appreciate it. All right, guys, so that is the end of our recap session. If you guys have any stories about Gatsby, we are taking calls throughout the entire show, so please give us a call. That number again is 727-342-0550. We want to hear all the wild stories for Gatsby weekend. So we're going to hit commercials, guys. We'll be back with our interview with Meeshy and Danielle.
All right.
Imagine a music industry empowering independent artists.
Humble House Radio makes it happen. Join our mission.
Volunteer, collaborate, or join our dynamic team.
Share your expertise, time, or passion. Together, amplify artistic voices.
Gain valuable experience, network, and make a difference.
Email Humble House Records at humblehouserec@djketone.com or DM on social media.
Humble House Records, we make a difference.
Hey Houseology Live fam, Volume here with Ketone.
We're excited to share St. Pete Beach's best-kept secret, Cabana Club Rentals.
Unwind in luxurious cabanas, umbrellas, and everything you need for the perfect beach day without lifting a finger. Let us do the work for you.
Book now at stpetebeachcabanarentals.com. Use code Houseology15 for 15% off.
So there's the midsection of Ketone, if anybody's ever curious what it looked like. He works out a little bit. He's trim, not too bad looking. And that, hope you guys enjoyed a little commercial break. And actually, for the people on the radio, they heard it this time, which, I'm kind of excited about. That's a, definitely an improvement.
Wait, did you re-record that commercial?
No. I just got things routed right now, so it actually goes the right place.
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody can hear all of our commercials. Everybody can. It's actually a thing now, instead of radio silence.
Yeah.
Instead, maybe we should just do that ASMR stuff.
Oh, we should. Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
I don't really like ASMR so much, but there are some things that I watch and I'll be like, all right, this is pretty cool.
My friend who cuts hair, she listens to typewriter office work stuff. So it's like,
Oh man,
like the stapler
Yeah.
and all that stuff. She just
the
has,
old typewriter. The
yeah,
ding.
yep, ding, ding.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time.
How's that? Did I mess it up?
No, you're fine.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
Well,
I mean,
guys,
you don't really need to. I mean, have it plugged in unless you think you're going to be doing something with it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's toasty in here today.
Finally, it was a little chilly earlier when I first got here.
Whoa, wow. There's no happy medium at the Moxy St. Pete.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
yeah.
No, there's a happy medium.
Yeah,
They
big-
take all our requests immediately and fulfill them. It's
Yeah.
so nice. They're awesome here. We love them. Big shout out to Moxy.
Big up. So, welcome, Meeshy. Thank you so much for coming.
Welcome.
Yeah, it might have to be right in there.
She's tall, you know?
Yeah.
You might have to slouch. You might have to have some bad posture.
Let's see. Hang on, I'll come over there and help you out.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Her mic's open. She can talk.
Yeah,
She
she
can
can
talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll just turn it up, right?
I am a tall girl. So.
Yeah.
She
Well,
is. She is. Are you sure?
Yeah. She needs it up a little bit closer to her mouth, though. These microphones are a little wonky, you know. And that. Oh, there we go. There's everybody's midsections again, and there is Danielle adjusting the microphone for our guest. We're a full service crew here. I don't know
Yes,
if
I
anyone's told you
appreciate
that
the
before.
Hospitality.
Yes. You know, we make sure that everybody gets taken care of.
Yes. So,
Eat that
Oh,
mic.
wow. I'm sorry.
Welcome.
I adjusted the wrong thing. My bad.
Whoa, coming at you.
There we go.
Hot.
You
Hot
know
boy
what?
summer.
Did Cole get a haircut?
That's
didn't,
what.
I
Yes, he
honestly
did.
I just
Yep.
told him Hot
I
Boy Summer this in the text.
did not recognize you. It's funny. I was looking at you. Sam has a little video feed going on out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's that? And she's like, that's Cole. I'm
It's
like,
a lot different vibe.
who? What? Yeah. You got that like curl going, little Elvis Presley style.
Yeah.
Little grease vibe.
A little grease vibe.
what
There
I
you go.
thought.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, by the way, your nails are beautiful, girl.
Thank you.
I love those.
We got an applause. We got an applause for
Yeah.
for
I-
Meeshy's.
well-
Meeshy.
Welcome everybody.
Yes,
Welcome
Sarah.
Meeshy, our guest today.
Yay.
Yeah.
Like I
Who's
said,
got-
I'm on about a 20-second delay over here, but doing the best I can, people. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we got a lot to cover. You've done so
Yes.
much over the year. You know, it was 100 gigs this last year, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of ground to cover. I'll give it off to
Yeah.
Danielle. She's going to take you through the motions.
Well,
Good
hi.
to see you
Good
again.
to see you again. You have been popping up on my feed constantly.
Oh.
You are on the move, and I love it.
Yes.
So, can you give a little introduction of who you are, where you started? I remember it's when we first started the radio over at 99 Jams.
Yeah.
And you came in, and it was fresh. It was fresh. I want to say it was like maybe our 5th episode.
And I was fresh too.
You were fresh.
Yeah, that was like 2.5 years ago. I was
Yeah.
thinking about that today.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, it literally was.
Wow.
It wasn't. It was 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
So
That was hot
over
girl
t-
summer.
that was
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah, you were on
prime
the forefront.
time.
You were on the forefront. I remembered when you had come in, I was like, wow, I love this. And I remember asking you about where did Meeshy come from?
Mm-hmm.
And you gave the story behind it. And I want our listeners to hear it, of course, because, you know, those that didn't listen before, now they're listening now, hopefully. But I know that you just recently did an interview and you explained the same thing.
I
And
love it. I'll talk about it all day.
So let's start there. The Meeshy. I know that Michelle is the biologically given name.
Yes. Yeah.
But tell more. You tell it way better than I do.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Michelle is my name, and I actually go by Meeshy. Even my brothers call me Meeshy. So it feels good that like I've really come into what this version of myself means. But growing up, I had the nickname Meesh. And then when I started DJing, I knew that I just wanted something with a little more oomph in it. And I was like, I feel like Meesh is too short. But I think I told you I kind of like rocked some other DJ names for like my other, like one of my other shows, my first show. And I was on so like a couple years ago, it was my birthday and we were going to the Ritz.
The Ritz.
Yeah.
Not the Ritz Carlton. It's
No.
the Ritz and Ybor.
A little different.
Yeah, a lot different. They don't. No, what'd you say?
It's a little mani-pedi.
Oh yeah, a little mani-pedi at the Ritz.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely will give you a facial sometimes with how much bass is coming out of those subs.
Yes,
But-
definitely. You probably need a mani and pedi after going to the Ritz.
You probably do, especially after standing for how long you do. There's no seating there.
No, but
Zero
it is
seating.
fun.
Yeah, it is a
It's
blast.
really fun.
I love it there.
Yeah. So one of the openers, her name was Rossy, Rossy. And first of all, I love seeing women in the field. I love seeing women DJs, and she was throwing down with the bass. And it was my birthday, and I was just like really having this ethereal moment on the dance floor, and her name is just flashing on the screen, Rossy. And the Y was just like staring at me, like calling me. And then I was like, Meeshy.
You're like, why not?
Why not? Yeah. Here we are. Like, and I was like, Meeshy. And then I just looked at my best friend and I was like, Meeshy. And she just knew exactly what I was talking about. And she was like, you're Meeshy. And it was just like this whole moment of this name like coming to me. And ever since then, it was
full embodiment.
me. Yeah, full embodiment. And then like my favorite part about Meeshy is that when you pronounce it, it's me, she.
Right.
I am she.
Yep.
And I'm really passionate about representing the feminine in the music industry. So I didn't really put all that together until a couple months later after I was going with Meeshy. And because people would be like, how do you pronounce Meeshy when you look at it Meshy? And I was like, me, she. And then when I said it, I'm like, I am she, me, she.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because I'm sure people are like Meeshy or.
Yeah, I get Ishi a lot, or Meeshy, but most of the time it is Meeshy. So,
But it's cute because even if they did say me shy, you are not shy, but you are in your feminine, which it tends to be a little bit on the delicate, more shy, if you must.
yeah, it's a little more. It's just not in your face. It's
Right.
a little more like behind the scenes, a little more like in between the moments. The
Right.
feminine fills in those moments, and that's what I love to do in music, is like really pay attention to the in between moments and the feeling and the experience. So I feel so great that I found a name that is me and really resonates
Yeah.
with other people too.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love you always telling this story because you, like I said, you tell it way better than I do.
You were there.
I was there. I
Yeah,
was
you
there.
got it.
Yeah.
The girls that get it, get it.
Yes, I do. And that was, there's a couple other people that really embody the feminine. One of which is Gabby Rose, and then Kalila. There's just so many women that are local here that do embody the feminine. And so I love that that's the case. And it's okay to be sexy. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that people are so afraid, like, oh, women DJs, female DJs, they just get to be popular because they're sexy and sex sells. Okay.
Well, it does,
Okay.
and why wouldn't I use that to my advantage?
That's what I'm saying.
If you got it, got it. But
Right?
also, like, to really be successful, you have to have the backing for
You
it.
do, the skills. Yep.
Yeah.
So who's your greatest influence that would, I guess, maybe somebody that you looked at and you said, I want to kind of embody something similar? Or was this kind of your persona that you brought into being? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I feel like it's a mix of just who I've always felt like I was, and the divine feminine, representing the divine feminine, and really leaning into that part of myself. But when I started getting into music, LP Giobi, I love her. She like plays the keys, and I love her music. And I saw her at Sunset Festival maybe like 3 summers ago, and she was at one of the smaller stages before she really blew up. And I walk in to the area, and she's like playing on the keys with house music, and she has a montage of all these really influential historical women playing on the back behind her on the screen. And those were her visuals of like just a beautiful representation of these women throughout history that have changed history for women. And I was like, wow, I love her. I love what she stands for. I resonate with it. So I started following her and she's blown up. And I actually met her over the summer and I'm in her production course called She is the Producer.
I like that.
Yeah. And she has like Alicia Keys come on and does a lesson about vocals. Like she has really represented the feminine well, and she has an organization called Femme House.
Oh, I've heard of Femme House.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so they do like bookings throughout festivals, and for Miami Music Week coming up, they're doing a free workshop in Miami.
Really?
They do it every year, so I'm definitely going to go to that. And so I met her at Water. And I was like, I'm in your production course. She's the producer. And she was like, that's so amazing. Like, congrats on starting your journey. And I was thinking, is this the beginning? I feel like I've been on this journey for a while, but I guess like it really is the next level.
I was going to say there's always that restart that happens, that you get to the next level and you are starting back over, right? You end up being not a rookie necessarily, but so many people are fearful of the next step because they're like, I have to start back over, right? I have to start at the bottom. And that's why I see a lot of people don't end up going into the production side because they're like, I want to master my craft. And they just end up going in and sticking to the DJ side of it. And production is such another level. And I think for those that end up exploring it, they end up realizing that it's been a whole world that they haven't even experienced, and they're like, why didn't I do this before?
Yeah, I think that not everyone that's a good DJ will also be a good producer. Not everyone that's a good producer will be a good DJ, and not everyone that DJs will be a producer, and not everyone that produces will be a DJ. So it's not for everyone.
No.
But if you feel called to it, I think you definitely owe it to yourself to explore that.
I agree. You couldn't have said it better. I like that a lot. R.I.P. to Sunset Music Festival, though, right? I'm so sad that they don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
It's okay, though. There's obviously Miami Music Week, and there's a lot of other festivals that are coming out. Are you going to be playing at any? Have you put your name in the hat for any?
There's like open like auditions where you submit your mixes and stuff.
Right.
And there's one for We Belong Here, and Femme House is actually getting a spot in a stage for We Belong Here Music Festival, and so they're taking mixes for to play for it. So that's due very soon.
Yeah.
So I need to submit my mix for that.
I was gonna say, I think that's not even too far around the corner, right?
Did I see you post something about Loveburn?
Yes, I'm playing Love Burn. So I'm really excited about that. Last year I played, and it was my first Burning Man Love Burn experience. And I
felt the burn.
I burnt myself out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Because I just have been networking for a while now. And so a lot of camps asked me to play. And so I ended up having a pretty intense schedule of I need to be here at this time for this camp, for this set.
Right.
And I did like 4 sets in one day, like riding my bike from one place to another, changing. Like I had a friend that just followed me around for days, helping me like film my sets and like be my hype girl. And it was a lot of fun. I played, I think, like 8 different camps in different times for Loveburn. But I was exhausted, and I feel like I didn't get the whole experience of just wandering around and kind of like finding your own just story in Loveburn.
Right.
So this year I have just 2 planned. And, you know, if other places ask me, that's great. If it feels right, I'll do it. But I'm excited to just kind of flow a little bit more. But also I'll be playing at Sky Bar again, which is like the downtown scaffolding. And I'm going to have a violinist with me, and I'm going to be filming it for YouTube. Yay. So I'm excited. And that was like so big for me last year. I played Friday night on the scaffolding, and fireworks were going off behind me, and then
that's so cool.
This art car came for the whole set and did the fire, like the octopus art car did the fire for the music that I was playing. And it was just like such a magical, amazing experience. And Skybar emailed me after and said that was the best set they've ever had there.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I feel that felt amazing. That was like a huge moment for me. So I'm going to be playing again this year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I think that's important for people to realize is that there's not just the audience that you have to be paying attention to, but even other art installations around you, that if you can feed off of those and feed into them equally, because you're a conduit, right? They're like, you're feeding out and it's in return feeding back to you. I've talked to Kalila about this before. And I think it's very, very neat that they said that, because I can guarantee you were looking around, you were embodying all the energy that was coming in with everything else that was being played around you or being put together and brought to you. So and that takes talent.
It is. It's like, it's really not about me. It's about the whole experience happening around, and like really being aware of like, where can this journey take us? And like you said, the art. And then at one point there was like a pop-up sumo wrestling match across from me. And then I was kind of like, happened to be playing a little bit faster BPM, and these people were like going, like fighting each other to the music.
That's
and
awesome.
Yeah, it was, but a lot of it is also like people and experiences magnetized to you. Like the fireworks weren't planned, the art car wasn't planned,
right?
And it's like the energy that you bring can be matched, and together it can be, you know, exploded to something bigger.
Right. I love it. That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's why I love festivals. Is it's just like you're so in the experience.
It is,
and it's so magical.
I do. I love. We talked about Dirty Bird and the experiences. Yeah, one day.
I love Dirty Bird. There's just nothing like it.
No,
you know,
there's not.
There hasn't been. I haven't experienced. I'm sorry. I just haven't experienced anything that was quite like it.
Me neither.
And when it's done right, it's just magic. You know?
I can't. I'm sure that there are so many other ones that you're going to be playing at that you're going to pull some form of experience and some story from, and I'm excited to see what that looks like. I know that people can find you. One of the things that you do is you promote yourself, which I think is huge, that a lot of people don't do as artists, is that they'll just kind of say, oh, well, you know, I'll make my big break. I'll get discovered. But you're out there doing the damn thing.
I'm so bad at that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are. You're not the only one. It's the worst thing to be not promoting yourself, not recording yourself like you're doing right now and putting yourself out there.
I mean, let's talk about that. Your content creation is on like another level.
It is.
You know, you're like definitely doing the work, you know. So tell us about Real Talk.
Yeah, so Real Talk was an idea that I had because I feel like it's really important to tell a story and be authentic. And yeah, like I can promote my shows and my mixes, but I also have something to share, and I want to resonate with other people and find people like me or inspire people. And so I thought of Real Talk, and it's a play on Reels, REL. Right. And there's just like short, I was doing 60-second, but now I'm narrowing it down to 30-second clips about different life topics, DJ topics. I have a note in my phone of like 100 different topics to talk about for Real Talks.
What number are you on right now?
I've done 4.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a little bit behind. So one of the things with content creation is editing.
Yeah.
And I had a good video editor that was in Australia, and he was doing my Real Talks and my YouTube. And then I was paying him for some like reels to promote the YouTube sets.
Yeah.
Like that I did, like at Coastal Creative, I did the Divine Freak Halloween party, and then he made this like awesome reel recap of that.
Nice.
But he got a full-time job and was like, yeah, I can't do it anymore. And I was like, oh, I lost you. So now I'm doing my editing again, and you know, it saves money and it gives you full creative control. It's just now I have a big stockpile of editing to work on.
I get that. We got some help for you though too. You know, this guy that we lean on pretty heavy around here. His name's Janzer Aesthetics.
Okay.
Yeah, look him up. He's he went to school for videography and content and all of that. He's top notch. So
Yeah.
something that you can keep local and probably won't cost you an arm and a leg too. So I
Yeah.
know sometimes it can be like that when it's a local work, and it's easier to what is it called when you export work from someone
Outsource?
else? Outsource. Well, it's easy to outsource it from another country, but
Yeah.
he's pretty good. He won't cost you an arm and a leg, and you'll get some great work at it because
That's
your
good,
content level is sky high, and we want to keep seeing that stuff come out.
Thank you.
Yeah, anything we could do to help, just let us know.
Yeah, he's
Appreciate
awesome.
that. Yeah.
He was part of the radio. It started
Yep.
with us at
Yep.
99
Wow.
Jams. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think you met him because
I don't think I have.
because he was in his final semester in school during that time.
Yep.
So he was out. It was funny because he had this old school film camera and he was just running around taking pictures of random things. I never saw the
I got some.
I want to see the produced photos from that.
Yeah, I think he's got a board of them. So
Really?
yeah, we'll have to get him. He was supposed to come today, but I think he'll come in a few weeks when we get the whole crew here.
Yeah, he's always hanging out with GC.
Yeah.
If you're with GC
okay.
Explicit or
MNX.
yeah, well, yeah, MNX. But I was
GC.
trying to think of
Michael.
Yeah.
I keep
Michael,
calling him
geez.
Michael. It's spelled like Michael, but it's Michael.
MIKOL. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Michael
Yeah.
though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
it's
was gonna
Michael.
say, don't try to mix that up on me. I've known these guys for a
I'm gonna
while.
confuse you real quick.
Oddly
No,
enough,
Danielle, it's Mikkel.
is I found actually I was going through some of my stuff from a couple of the events, the box that I was taking cash, and I found I think it was like $1 million bill.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
with their faces on it. I was
Yeah.
like, MNX, you guys got the good marketing.
They
But
do.
That's
I'm-
creative.
It's very creative.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing with marketing yourself is like finding something that stands out and it looks like $1 million bill, which
Yeah.
obviously there's no such thing, but you can find it on the ground. You're like, oh my God, that's a bill.
Yeah.
And then you pick it up and you're like, oh, it's just some faces.
Like,
on
got
it.
'em.
Yeah, I got him. Yeah.
But
So when I
that's
saw
what it's
Real
about.
Talk, that was
Thank
catchy.
you.
You know?
Yeah, it's about like having the hook. You have 3 seconds to get someone's attention, and I pray to the algorithm gods too, because like who knows how all that works in different platforms.
Yeah.
And I was actually just looking into the social media strategies for 2025, and yesterday I watched like an in-depth video about how live streaming is supposed to really take off
Yeah.
for
Okay.
2025.
Yep.
And so that's something definitely to lean into as
Yeah.
we're doing here.
Yes.
Well,
So
thank
you're
goodness.
you're ahead of it right now.
Thank goodness for that not banning TikTok.
Yeah.
not
yeah.
yet,
I
at
think that
least.
I think that was the biggest thing. But there's on Instagram, for those of you that don't know, wow, there's a bug flying around here. I think his name is Masori or Masari, Mosseri. If you go Instagram advice, he's the content creator person
For
of
Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can follow him, and he'll give you all the I follow him, and it drops me all of the stuff, all the updates. But he'll put in like, hey, this is what's going on. Posting frequency is the most recent thing.
Oh wow, that's
So-
awesome.
Yeah, so and he'll just drops it into your DMs, and you're part of a
great.
group of 190.6 thousand
yeah.
members. But yeah, it's a good way. That's how I found out the algorithms. And the first video that I ever posted on Instagram for our business, I was like, all right, what can I do? I think I ended up hitting like 17,000 within like a couple days. I
Wow,
was
that's
like,
awesome.
all right,
Yeah.
thanks guys. It was a pretty cool thing. But
Yeah, you definitely got to lean in on the community.
yeah, exactly. Like, hey,
with
you're
your
on
content.
Instagram right now, right? You're
That's
live.
right, that's
Hey,
right.
We're here with Meeshy.
We're live on Houseology Live Instagram.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Um,
So what's next on the radar for you? What's happening?
Well, so Love Burn is in like 2.5 weeks.
Right.
So that's exciting.
Do you have your set ready?
Yeah.
And
for
how
the
do you
most
prepare
part.
for it?
So, like, I've been kind of playing teases of it out and testing, like, what I feel like would be a good vibe, and playing with my violinist that's going to be playing with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of leaning toward Funky House.
Okay.
Because for like the downtown Friday night, I
Mm-hmm.
want something upbeat, and also having the violin on Funky House. I've never seen that before. And we did that at Saigon like 2 weeks ago, and it was the best feedback I've ever gotten. So many people went out of their way to message me and tell me that was their favorite set they've ever heard me play.
That's awesome.
And they were like, it was so cool, like Funky House with violin. And I actually just got booked for a Gasparilla yacht party this past weekend.
Oh, wow.
And the booking person brought in like a headliner from Miami, and it was just us two girls, and they were like, yeah, we were trying to explain like her music to you, but we didn't even know how to explain it. Like we didn't know what you were playing at Saigon, but we loved it. And I was like, yeah, like bringing something different, bringing a different sound, like funky house, disco house with the violin. So I'm feeling like still bringing that to Love Burn.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. Actually, speaking of Gasparilla, so
You know, I'm sorry, real quick,
Go.
but you know, Funky House though, I noticed that I jumped in and out of that on Beatport. It's actually got a lot of great music in it. And so does
Yes.
New Disco.
New Disco,
like,
yeah.
People like, I was surprised, like New Disco isn't quite as disco-y as you would expect it to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's got some really great remixes of some classic tracks. Like there's an excellent and amazing remix of Like a Prayer on there. It's so good. It's so
yeah.
phenomenal. But yeah, that's good to hear that you were playing that, because I've been drifting in and out of that when I've been playing at home.
You have been kind of a trailblazer from the moment that I remember you played over at 99 GMs. That was the biggest thing, is that you definitely have always had something different, and it's the same thing. Like I couldn't figure out what it was, but I loved your set. And you know what? I'm gonna hurt Quinn at some point in time, because he took my flash drive that day. I lent
He got
it
that
to-
fire.
I lent him. I lent him my flash drive when I recorded that video the day that, or the radio show that day, and I have yet to get it back. So Quinn, you're on my
We're
radar.
calling you.
Yeah,
Dude.
We need that.
Yeah.
Meeshy, I want to say, you dropped one of my it's got to be in my top 10 for sure. But you dropped Purple Disco Machine's "Drop the Pressure"
Yes.
remix on me.
I
Caught me
love that
completely
one.
off guard, and I was like, okay, you
I got some respect.
you hit the top notch on that one. That was a fire.
But
set
it was
too.
Purple Disco Machine.
It
I
was.
love a
It
lot of
was.
Purple Disco
Purple
Machine. And
Disco
I
I
hate,
Machine's
love
fire.
Purple Disco.
personally, I hate disco, but I love a lot of Purple Disco Machine stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dropped that, and I was like, yeah, it's real. It's real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're
great
like, I
job.
knew
Thank
I liked her
you.
for a reason.
Yeah. And like one of the things that like, it's a feeling that I like to share, and it's like a feeling in me. And I think that's why it's like hard to pinpoint it, is because our feelings always change.
Right.
And so like what I'm sharing and what I'm feeling, and then what other people are feeling, is not the same every time. And I like that, because, you know, I'm under the house umbrella, but I'll throw some tribal bass, like for some certain events I like with ecstatic dance.
Yeah. Divine Freaks kind of style.
Divine Freaks, they don't do bass really. They don't do.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, like for New Year's Eve, I did at Rooster Crown this all-female lineup. They brought a headliner in, and I threw in some tribal bass, and then with Afro House and like tribal house, and it's like so fun to be able to share just all different feelings. So with a feeling, it's like whatever music resonates with me at that time. And so what I was going to say is that sometimes I get in my own head, and this is just continuing to show myself where I can grow in the industry, is I fight myself between what I think I should play and what I feel like I should play. And I've always learned that when I follow the feeling, you can't go wrong with that. Whereas if I'm back there, like, what should I play next? What do I think I should play? When I'm in my head, that's when I start doubting myself. That's when maybe I lose a little bit of energy on the dance floor. So I'm really leaning into like following that feeling.
Yeah, follow your heart. That's a good thing to do. So how can people find you?
Yeah, so Instagram at Meeshy Music, MEESHY. YouTube, which is another big platform that I think is so great to show yourself as a DJ. Meeshy Music. TikTok, Meeshy Music. Those are my main ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like. Now, you said that in 2 weeks you're going to be doing the Love Burn Festival. Anything else that's on the radar?
Yes. So I think that's the main thing. That's the main thing I want to promote right now. Yeah.
Let's promote that.
Yeah.
Let's keep that going.
And then that'll be on YouTube too.
Okay,
so,
good.
Yeah. If you don't make it to Love Burn, you can always experience it.
Well, we like to experience.
I've always wanted to go to Love Burn.
Yeah.
Always.
You know what? Road trip.
Road trip.
Yeah.
It's south, right? It's south of here, right?
It's Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Nice.
Excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
very.
very excited.
Well,
Right.
thank you for sharing everything with us. Anything else you want to share before we jump over to our commercial, right? We got another commercial coming in.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank
like
you.
2.5 years later.
I know.
Look
I
at
love it.
us.
I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy
Thank
too.
you. Please stay here
That's
with us
great.
for the day,
That's so
for the rest of
great.
the evening if you can.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, we'll do the
definitely.
recap section. Or not the recap. We're doing the upcoming. So we'll talk about your Love Burn experience again if you're still here. And then everything else we have for the label coming up.
Awesome. I'm here for it.
Yay.
You got me all night.
Love it.
Imagine a music industry empowering independent artists.
Humble House Radio makes it happen. Join our mission.
Volunteer, collaborate, or join our dynamic team.
Share your expertise, time, or passion. Together, amplify artistic voices.
Gain valuable experience, network, and make a difference.
Email Humble House Records at humbleHouseRec@djketone.com or DM on social media.
Humble House Records, we make a difference.
Hey Houseology Live fam, Volume here with Ketone.
We're excited to share St. Pete Beach's best kept secret, Cabana Club Rentals.
Unwind in luxurious cabanas, umbrellas, and everything you need for the perfect beach day without lifting a finger. Let us do the work for you.
Book now at stpetebeachcabanarentals.com. Use code Houseology15 for 15% off. What's up, Houseology Live fam?
15% off on
Yeah,
Cabana
15%
Club?
off of a cabana. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
That's a
and
lot of money.
for a luxury experience.
You know,
Absolutely.
when I go to the beach, I hate putting up my umbrella and chair and stuff like that. And it's great that there's a nice company out there that will
Yes.
do that all for me because I'm
Yes.
lazy. You know, it's awesome. You know,
We got to treat you guys one time for this. You know, we got to treat you guys out
I'm
to the
not
beach
gonna
when
say
it's
no.
not now
Yeah.
though. It's got to be, you know.
Oh, I want some warmth.
It's gotta
I'm
be a
not,
little
you
warm.
can't pay me enough. You've been doing those beach events on and I'm like,
Well, I did that in California.
oh,
so-
okay, never mind. It's
Oh, there you
72
go.
degrees.
It's
year
probably
round.
nice over there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it was before the fires.
Oh yes. I mean, that's
it was nice. I liked the beach till it burnt down.
Back to last week's show.
Rob. It's a mess. No, but guys, if you do reach out to Music Cares, if you know anybody affected by the Palisade, right? Is that say it right?
Palisades.
Palisades fires, reach out to Music Cares or Red Cross and give what you can. So coming up, guys, this is a section of the upcoming section of Houseology Live where we talk about all the things that are coming up in the scene. So if you know any events coming up, please give us a call. Give us a call at 727-342-0550, and let's talk about it. Any events coming up so far? We have next week at Saigon Blonde on Thursday. We got my homie Troglodyte coming down from Atlanta.
And that's who you just
almost-
played with in Atlanta, right?
I did, yeah. It was his birthday, so we're going to continue his birthday celebration down here on Thursday.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time. We have Ellen Ventor, who's going to come down, throw a set. We have Tech Melt, and then I'm going to open the night since I haven't been here in a while. So I got to,
Ow, ow.
I got to play at a residency and show my face.
I
you
guess
know.
we'll let you.
Maybe
Yeah.
drop the pressure.
I might. No, I don't know. It's so hyped.
No,
That
he
song
drops
is
plenty
so
of
hyped.
disco. He'll never be short of disco.
I
in
love
his
disco.
sets.
It's really one of my favorites
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. No, I'm honestly, disco is just. I think everybody loves disco though.
I think there's a lot of people who secretly love disco.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't want to open.
Yes.
They don't want to openly love disco,
No,
but
they're like that EDM stuff. I don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And you're like, it's disco.
you
If
put
you,
on.
not.
if you go downtown and you go by a place called Goodnight John Boy, which they have
Oh, yeah.
locations
So
in Cleveland and
cool.
locations in San Diego.
And St.
Uh,
Pete.
Yeah, they are. They're packed.
All
Like
the time.
I was there last Thursday. Well, yeah, last Thursday when it was freezing. Yeah, because it was cold out, and we were talking about we were the third busiest bar. Goodnight John Boy was packed, and then the farm was packed. But that's
Oh,
because our good friend does the karaoke night. over
Look at
there.
that. That's three different genres. You got
Yeah.
country-ish, right? Country
It was
pop-ish,
karaoke that
karaoke.
night, yeah. Mhm.
But I think they still follow like a country vibe
No, it's more
most
country.
of the time
Yep,
in there,
yep,
yeah.
yep.
And then disco, and then you have house, techno,
Mm-hmm.
and all the commercial bars are a little hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, most people, it speaks for radio. So hopefully we can syndicate Humble House Radio so people can get that all the time on the FM.
That would be soon.
That's a goal. Anyways,
if anybody
it's
knows,
upcoming.
if anybody knows of a radio station that needs some Houseology
Yeah.
Live coming to them, let us know.
Let us know. Anybody else got any gigs coming up? Anything special coming?
What about you, Creation Vein?
I don't do anything.
You're quiet.
I don't really
over
have
there.
any.
You got a
gigs
birthday coming up.
I do have my birthday coming up.
What about
here
March
soon.
2nd? Wait, you got March 2nd,
That's
right?
22nd.
March 22nd.
I don't know. That's far away. No, but this upcoming week though is the Void Techno show at Graffiti Lounge. And
Where's Graffiti Lounge?
it's like right next to
That's
the
a fun
warehouse.
spot.
Warehouse.
I haven't
Yeah, it's like a warehouse. Vibe.
Yeah, art warehouse.
The other warehouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the other warehouse right next to the warehouse. But it's a SRQ Top Events, Ethereal Sounds, and Vanta Black show.
Oh, nice.
So it's gonna be pretty fire. They got, they got a bunch of artists. I think 5 or 6.
Nice. Okay. That's going to be a show.
What was the date on that?
The 2nd, I believe. Let me look.
The 2nd of March?
The
That does sound about
February
right.
1st. That's a Saturday. This upcoming Saturday, February 1st.
Oh, February. What? Wait.
Yeah, we got one
Oh,
week. We're
nice.
in the week into February.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Time is flying.
Yeah,
man.
it's crazy.
Have you stopped writing 2024 on the calendar?
Yeah, I just
On the
did. It was like
calendar?
last week.
25.
And you have Love Burn coming up, right?
Love
So what date?
Burn.
What's the date for that?
So it's Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh.
Hence love.
Oh.
Love Burn. It's always Valentine's Day weekend.
Okay.
So that is the like 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th.
Oh wow.
And you camp out. So that's going to be Miami. Super
Camp out in
fun.
Miami?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's on like a nature preserve.
Okay.
It's like an island nature preserve right on the other side of the city, so you can see the whole city skyline.
Yeah.
And it's just this huge festival.
I love that.
What?
Love that. Love that. I've heard a lot about it. I just didn't know it was camping either. I
Oh
didn't know
yeah,
that.
it's camping.
Oh wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Camping in Miami. I might.
And I was
I think it's more glamping.
and we have like
Or no
there's
sleep.
three groups of our friends that have things there, like the Divine Free Collective does.
They have a
usually.
show there.
I think they have their own
The
little
stage.
production
They're
or
not doing
campment.
that this year.
They're not doing it this year.
They did it last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Late Night Flights did last year. They were with Natty Pitch. I thought am I remembering correctly? I
So
think that-
Jason Kitchen and Tetra, we camped with them last year.
Yeah.
We were with this Cafe 22 mingled. It was a
Oh,
beach
okay.
club. So that was in their camp last year. But now we're camping with Evergarden and their St. Pete Art Collective.
Oh.
So we're kind of bringing the music to the art. And that's kind of a new collab this year. So Evergarden with St. Pete is where we're going.
Oh,
It's
very
just
nice.
nice to see a lot of our local friends end up down at these events that are getting national attention too.
Absolutely. Are you doing anything for Miami Music Week?
I
Winter
am. I
Music
just
Conference?
talked about that
Tell me.
today.
I missed it.
So there's a music conference.
Yep.
So I want to do that. And then there's the Femme House with LP Giobi, who a bunch of female producers are coming
Yep.
together.
Love that.
Definitely want to go to that network. And then I'm with Liat Kiala. We talked about doing a female. So she started a group, the DJ Female Society.
Yeah.
Yes.
And talking about doing a networking event, and then we looked at getting like a huge Airbnb, which is like $25,000 for the week.
Yikes.
And we were like, okay, let's hit up our network and
Yeah.
see if we know people.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of different things. And then I don't want to go to Ultra, but I want to do like I think Mode Club.
Oh yeah.
I would love to do Space.
I've never done
Okay.
space.
You've never been to space?
Wow.
I think this is the year.
I have been wanting to
This
to
the
go to
year.
space.
I would love to go to space with you. I feel like you would be such a fun person to go to space.
Yeah, you'd
with.
find your way right there by that space sign somehow. I know you would.
I want to go to space.
Space is a
Take me
great
to
time.
space.
Okay, yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Right
go to
after this,
space.
we're going.
Yeah.
We're going to space. You know what? My enrollment got canceled tomorrow, so yeah.
There we go.
But yeah, no. That was,
All right. Well, I'm excited for you. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah, yeah. Look
Very
at that.
best
Right on time. Right on
Actually,
time.
You know, I was thinking it's International Women's Day on March 8th. It's a Saturday. I would love to see something women related happening at some point in time. Not saying, it's been a while since I planned an event.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you have a lot of women on your side.
I know, and there's even more coming out of hiding. So some of those bedroom DJs now, right? Like everybody's really showing up. And
Yeah, bedroom DJs are actually turning into superstars. You know, they have a chance now with all of the media, content create. We just talked about this,
Yeah.
content creations and going through the motions,
promote yourself. That's all it takes, really.
Let's see. What else do we have coming up?
I have no idea. There's so there what there. It
I
just,
think Gatsby took the wind out of the city.
Oh
you
man,
know,
actually,
That's a lot.
For real. Your guys' show with the playground.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
that is Saturday.
Yeah. I was like, wait, wasn't there something? My niece is coming into town and she'll be here on Thursday and she likes to go out with her uncle. So yeah. So I said we're going to go to their event so we can do that. But yeah, that is you guys and Psych and
Yes.
Zagat and
Jungle G is playing as well. Stoner.
their first
Sound
event, their inaugural event. They're ones hosting, correct? I hope I'm getting that right.
You are correct. Yes, they are the ones hosting. Oh, I'm trying to log into This Is Fun so I can pull up the info. So it is at the playground, which is where OMF was. If anybody went to OMF, excuse me. Sorry about that, Cole.
It's okay.
And
Brace
you
it.
cough on him.
almost.
Listen, I'm going to get the cough.
Don't cover your mouth next time.
Eventually, I'm going to get the cough switch installed. Don't worry.
There we go. So we
We'll
got
all like pre-record our coughs.
JB Nicotera is going to be there. I can never say that.
One of the late
he's
night
with
flight
Late Night
guys.
Flights, yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Jungle G, Psych, Santino, Bontempo, and This Is Fun, which is Sam and I's duo. We are playing at the playground, which is downtown right by Tropicana, close to Tropicana, not too far. Sound and lighting is going to be by Sonic Vision, and the visuals is going to be by Stoner's Sound System. I like them already.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Yeah, you stoner.
They've been doing a lot
Yeah.
around town that I've played. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I can't wait. I really can't wait.
The reason why he forgot about his own event is because of
Is-
things like
His ideas.
my ideas.
his ideas or lack thereof. He's like, that sounds like a great idea. Let's book it. And then he's like, what did we book?
Wait, what did you say? Something about
Idea
stoners?
absent.
Yeah.
And then they got a food truck by Fitness Food Truck, which I believe that's La Catiera's food truck, right?
Yeah.
I think that's right.
So
Yeah.
so that a lot of local things happening with this event Saturday. So if you're local, come by.
What
you know?
time does it start?
It starts
And where?
at-
Give us the deets.
She said the playground.
It
right?
starts at
Oh,
7
that's-
p.m. Yes, at the playground.
I've never been there.
That's
not.
1960 Fifth Avenue South. So right by Tropicana.
Yeah.
Kind of right by Tropicana. And actually more closer to Three Daughters. So if you know Three Daughters, big shout outs to Three Daughters. They sponsored House for the Holidays.
They did.
Yeah, so big ups to them. But it's right around the corner from there. And it's event, social, and it says vibes. So
Vibes. So how do
All
we?
the
All
How do
the
we?
vibes.
All of it.
How do we find the deets on all of that?
So check out
This
This
Is
Is Fun. You can check out This Is Fun on Instagram. We have it, and we have the tickets in our bio. Or you could check out any of the guys, Psych and Dimitri's Instagram pages, because they're the ones who's doing it. What Sonic Sound, right? That's them. Sonic Vision.
Yes.
That's
Sonic
them.
Vision.
Sonic
so,
Vision. Yep.
So if you check out Sonic Vision as well, you'll find them, and you'll find more details about that.
Nice. Thank you so much for those details.
Absolutely. Thank
So
you.
you're bringing your niece with you, though, right?
Yes.
So it's open for the public, no age restrictions.
No, it's. I think
she's 29.
I think it's.
It does sound like you bringing your niece to the
you're
playground.
like exactly.
Yeah, not quite the same thing. You know,
You are
was
bringing
like-
your niece to the playground.
I've not been
What'd
to
you
the
do this
That's actually
weekend? I
very
brought
cool.
my niece to the playground.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way that you said that, I really felt like she was like some 8, 9, 10.
Exciting.
Yeah,
You know, the first time I took her out was actually to the Ritz, which was kind of funny.
that's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
And that, but she had a great time, and that, and met some of my friends, and that and probably questioned.
Did somebody hand her anything and say, take this? And she said,
yeah, perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
That's what always happens. My nephew and I went to 21 Pilots for
Maybe.
the first time for our first concert.
21 Pilots.
fun. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
everybody was passing around J's and blunts and
Yeah.
stuff. I was like,
Love
this
that.
is 21 Pilots?
Blunts.
Yeah,
Love that.
I know.
What's a blunt?
I don't know.
A blunt object.
I don't know what that is.
A shiv. Oh, man.
So that event's free, actually. So I just want to let everybody know
Really?
it's free, 21 plus, and it's a BYOB.
If
so,
it's free,
I'll be
it's
there.
free.
you know, you
Nice.
can. I'm gonna BYO ginger beer. You know.
BYOJ.
You know? Yes. That should be a thing.
BYOJ.
That should be a thing.
Oh.
I love that.
BYOB, you mean BYO blunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wait, no, just kidding. PG here.
No, we don't. No, we don't do
BYO.
that.
We are not
I'm just
PG.
kidding.
We are
I'm
everything.
BYO.
See, is that not
BBL.
different from before? I remember when you played the first time over at 99 Gems, I was like, hey, look, no cussing on.
Well, yeah.
And you're like, I don't even do that.
I don't.
Yeah, that's like, I think that's amazing that
You don't cuss?
No, she does.
Well, no.
None of her music has
Oh,
cuss words.
oh.
She doesn't include
Get outta here.
it's the
No, just
clean
kidding.
version.
Oh, cool,
Yeah.
cool, good.
Yeah.
She likes to embody the feminine, and that was one of the conversations that we had when she was like, "Yeah, I don't see it really embodying the feminine that I'm wanting to show and
Yeah, sure.
represent."
I can do that.
It's beautiful.
I sometimes I of course like to stir the pot and bring things up, and I'm not going to be doing anything too crazy. But I'm just
it.
curious. Do
Yeah,
you think,
right.
Meeshy, that female DJs are marginalized in our scene?
Yeah, I would say so.
Really? Because I don't
Yeah,
think they are. I think we have a very accepting scene.
Oh, in our
and
city.
Scene, our scene.
Oh,
yes,
I
our
didn't
scene.
hear in our scene.
In
our scene,
Are
no.
females marginalized in
the
our
whole
scene? I'm
industry
sorry.
as a whole, I would say so, but I think that's why there's such a rise and such an outspoken movement toward it. But in our city, in our scene, no, I
Yeah.
agree that there's a great representation. And I just had a dinner at my house with Gabby, Leah, Jenny, Anna, Roberta.
Yeah, a lot of the female DJs
and
repping down here.
we just all went and had dinner, and we're talking about what it is to bring the feminine into the city through music.
Yeah.
And I think there's a great movement here for that. So I really am so blessed to be in a city where
Right.
it's embraced.
I think we're lucky because we do have a lot of talented females in our scene too.
Yes. Yes, we
you
do.
were you just mentioned her. You, Roberta, Katera, Kalila, Anna.
Let's not forget those newbies that played. Yeah. I mean, I call them newbies because they are new.
Lane.
Katie and Livy Baby, they're
Yep.
very
DJ
fresh.
Volume.
DJ
Oh,
Volume,
yes.
yeah, she's
Wow.
been putting down.
Yikes! Surprised we didn't get stormed yet on that one.
I know.
Shoot.
I'm over here. I'm waiting.
Oh,
I was
my.
like,
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, she knows she's fire. She's
Yeah.
great. She's been putting on all year.
Volume is fire.
But they haven't. Katie's been playing a lot more now with Divine Freaks, but Livy Baby, I don't see her playing as much, as I know that she can. They're so talented. So they put on this last week, for the ladies' night.
I think if you notice too, a lot of our shows here, in general, by default, it's always has at least one female artist on them now too.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, sometimes more than, and that's great to see.
diversifying.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't know if across the whole industry or so, I don't know if I wouldn't say necessarily females are marginalized. There's just not a lot of female DJs, maybe.
Right.
Because I mean, you do still have Alice in Wonderland,
Blondish.
Evan
G,
shoot,
Sarah Landry.
Well, Anna the techno.
Oh yeah,
Anna, and
Yeah,
then
she's fire.
Nicole Madaber,
Miss Monique.
Miss Monique, yeah.
Yes.
So I think it's just been a scene that unfortunately has had a lot of guys in it, over
Yeah.
the years, and
Yeah.
that. And that, but I just wanted to bring that up because I like the fact that our scene, I don't feel like that's the case.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
anymore. It definitely was. I mean, I think that goes for a lot of industries. And as we approach International Women's Day in March, I think it's important for us to recognize where we came from as women, as a whole, where we were oppressed. And it's still to this day that even there's specific industries. I mean, you don't see a lot of female welders, for example.
Yeah.
It's actually neat in the boating world that I work in as a
Wasn't
first
the
mate.
girl in Footloose a female welder?
Yeah.
Footloose.
Wasn't it Footloose? The original Footloose. Oh, wow. I'm going way back. I am definitely the oldest
Yeah,
one
it's
in the
okay.
room.
You're showing
It's
your
all
age.
right.
but-
It's all right. But even like in the boating world, as a first mate, I'm starting to see a lot of people as female first mates, which is really nice to see nowadays.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like to see that. Me myself being a first mate, I enjoy knowing that.
You be boating out here? What you be doing boating out here, huh?
Yeah.
We got to get on a boat. It's too
I've been
cold.
talking to
Scratch
Sam
that.
about this.
Scratch that. We
It's
can
not
save
too-
it.
I had the
too cold.
exact same conversation with on Threads the other day with Derude. Actually, we were like tweeting back and forth, having the same conversation about like it has been like a very like boys club for a long time, just
Yeah.
like historically, and I do think that does have like a big impact on like for example if women see other women DJs, like they have more to like look up to in a way, have like
Oh,
more of like that feminine influence, which is a great thing. When in the past, like there hasn't been really that at all. And so now, we're like stepping into a time and seeing a time where there are slowly but surely like more, female DJs, and like that influence is growing stronger and stronger.
Yes.
And, with that, the number of, female DJs or women that, aspire to that in general is growing because they now have like more to like look up to in
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
I mean that goes for like Tovi, right? Is there a single female DJ in Tovi?
Anna?
No, Anna's not in Tovi. I mean Tovi and Friends, but the Tovi collective.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
There's
I
actually
mean, there's
several collectives in this RC that don't have female DJs.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
there
So
are.
so on the
Now that
administrative
you
side
point
and the
that
event
out, though.
planning, it was Azalea and myself.
Yeah.
But not as the DJ. But yeah, that's the interesting thing is that women do tend to do really well in the organizational and bringing people together, which I think that's the biggest thing is that they end up finding that niche in that kind of world and maybe take a step back. But I like to see women building up other women. And I think that's the reason why I never jumped into the whole DJing world of being a female with Tovi and that, because I wanted to promote everybody else. I wanted to make sure everybody else had their opportunity to shine, because I don't like, it didn't bring me the same pleasure as somebody else. But
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing is that
It's also a tough scene. I mean, it's
It
full of a
is.
bunch of douchebag guys, and then you want to be a fairly attractive female coming in and trying to be a good DJ or something like that, and you got to deal with us. And so
Yeah.
I don't count, obviously,
Them.
but I got to deal with them. Thank you. But
no, but you're exactly right. This is what we were talking about. Is that like, do you think that sex sells? Well, so what?
yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, I thought
That's
that-
fine.
You mentioned that
So
earlier.
it-
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so that's okay. I think that's where a lot of women have been told to oppress themselves, to
Yeah.
suppress their femininity, to not show their sexiness, because it's like, oh, well, she doesn't have talent. She just has tits.
Yeah.
I mean, talent and tits, those two go together, right?
They can definitely go together.
Yeah.
I welcome them.
I was going to say, I'm living proof that sex sells, by the way. I just, in case anybody
Yeah,
wondered.
you are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's definitely the daddy.
But I
raves.
noticed just the other day, Sam and I was playing at Trist, and I was up. I played a track, and then Sam went up, and she played a track, and a group of people walked by, and about two of them stopped and said, "Oh, it's a female DJ. Hey, look!"
I
Tapped everybody
love
in the group.
going-
Tapped everybody in the rest of the group. Hey, look! It's a female
Yeah.
DJ. So that speaks to people are really seeing it,
I
and it really
love-
does help.
I'll go out of my way to go and be like, hey, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you're doing. Because I will go
Yeah.
up to a female DJ and be like, listen, I got like, I'll flash out the flashlight and be like, look, like if you need this, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
I don't do that. I'm just kidding. I know that's not what you do.
Yeah.
Jump in there. Jump in
No,
there.
no,
Let
no.
me get in there.
No,
Can I get in
no,
there?
Can,
Yeah.
can I plug in?
I'm
Can
next.
I plug in?
No.
Not
But
me.
all right, so that was great, guys. I think that wraps up our segment for Houseology Live. It was a
Really?
great interview.
It's over?
Oh, we got like 7 minutes left.
Don't make it.
I mean,
don't
yeah.
shorten this on it. Oh, we talked about women, and then you start shutting the
Oh.
shit down.
Oh, wow.
Not me, the
Wow.
guy
You
who
be that
has
guy.
an all-female lineup. Come on.
Come on, man.
Wow, you just got kind of like.
All right. All right.
Talk
if we're
about
talking
rolled over.
Come on, let's go. Keep it going. I'm
All
ready.
right, I have something.
Let's hear
a
it.
couple things. So, I told Volume about this documentary on Amazon Prime called Underrated. And it's about the rise of female DJs, and like Alice in Wonderland is in there. Rez.
Oh,
Rez, I forgot about
Oh,
Rez.
Rez.
Yeah.
And you know, doesn't Rez live here? She
I
used.
don't
I thought she did.
She did
She's
live here.
Canadian.
Well, but she was in. I think she was in Orlando.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she lived here in St. Pete.
Was
Yeah,
it?
no.
Now I gotta do the Googles.
Yeah, I swore that people, because everybody, I think she might possibly still live here.
That'd be cool.
I don't know.
Wow.
We actually have a couple fairly well known DJs in the area. Some of them are older DJs. A couple of them are newer DJs. But that's it's nice. Well, of course, we have our fill of DJs. Period that just reside in Florida.
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
a DJ's land here.
Yeah, it
in
is.
Florida.
It really is. We are the party state, and it is shown by all 598,000 DJs that reside in the state.
Yeah. During COVID, though, a lot of people were like, you know what? They don't shut down for shit. So
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna do
No.
They knew what to do with that $3,600 check. That is the exact cost of a CDJ.
Yeah, they shut down the town, and as soon as the air opened, we were out.
We were slammed.
We outside, literally.
underrated
outside.
on what is it on?
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And so it was a great documentary about, it came out like several years ago now, but just how women got into the field. And Alice in Wonderland specifically talked about how she was more masculine to put herself in the lineups and in the studio. And she's
Oh, she is. I tell you.
So, like, kind of, there's like a bit of a style that was popular for female DJs, like baggy graphic tees. And
Oh, I
And
almost wore
jeans.
one of those today. I literally was gonna wear
Yeah.
that today,
Yeah.
and some tennis shoes.
So
I should've done it.
she was one of the first women DJs to kind of hone in on that style, and she said it was because she didn't want to seem so feminine, and she
Yeah.
wanted to dress more masculine. So then it kind of became her signature style, like these big oversized
Yeah.
tees, maybe some like cargo pants.
Yeah, but that sucks. I think that sucks because what if she wants to look sexy for a show? You know what I'm saying? And then people can't take her serious because she wants to look sexy for a show.
I don't know if Alice in Wonderland is definitely sexy for a show type, though.
I bet
to
you
be
she's
quite
sexy on
I
that.
think
No,
if she wanted to
I'm
be,
not
she
saying-
would at this point.
Hold on. I'm not saying she's not sexy. I was just saying I don't see her to be
Wanting to do it?
Rez is the same way. Like
Yeah,
Rez,
I get it.
doesn't
Yeah.
come out and in that.
Yeah.
A lot
You
of
know.
like bass DJs are like that in general too. Like
Correct.
whenever you
Yeah.
mentioned like Rossi, for example, like she
Yeah.
has like a very similar style to like Alice in Wonderland with like the baggy clothes and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
It's
just like a different vibe, especially with like the bass music too. Like
Yeah.
That
that's
grunge
more of
look.
like a a Wook-y,
Heavy metal type vibe.
like kind of kind of, and not so much. Like house music, like is more of like a sexy vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
that's
like
true.
bass music is more like kind of that. I don't want to say
Intense.
like dirty, but like that
Grunge.
sort of
Yes.
like that
Yes.
sort of
Yep.
feel. Like it's. And so
Which is
it
so
is
weird.
interesting to see how like the styles like reflect that.
It
so,
does.
A lot of people that are into the bass scene came from the heavy metal scene.
Yeah, right. That's exactly. You go to your roots, right?
Yep.
Heavy
Yeah.
metal and house, same setup of the composition of it is incredible.
Heavy metal and bass. Speaking of bass, we opened the bass label. Are you producing?
Yeah,
Yeah. Send us some music.
I know.
You know, we're a record label around here.
I know. Yeah, I'm like almost there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Join the Discord. I'll send you the Discord link.
Yes,
It's
please.
the Humble
Yeah.
Hut where we have all the producers. It's like 80 people in there now, and people are sharing their
Awesome.
tracks and sharing their whips. Works in progress, even though it's not all the way finished. Just doing that, I think, helps get people into the motion
Yeah.
of releasing their music.
Yeah.
So
I
send
know
you the
Aaron's
link.
very excited about the bass label too.
Yes,
so.
Aaron is
I
super
cannot
excited.
believe
Time out.
That's
that.
exciting.
Yeah, I'll show you guys the draw up of the logo later. It looks pretty cool.
You let
Nice.
somebody else do a logo?
Yeah, I did. I
there-
did.
So, is there another bassology?
No.
Oh,
I like that.
Bassology, yeah.
I
That's
like
funny.
that.
That's a good point.
No, but maybe we should do a bassology show. No, but that's actually, I like that name.
I love that name.
Hey.
You know, we're
heard
coming
it
up with the
here
goons,
first.
Houseology After Dark.
See,
You
this
know,
is why she's
Yeah.
a content creator pro. She gets the marketing.
I
side.
see.
Everything is content.
I see.
Everything.
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
See, that's why you're successful, and you continue being successful because of that thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wishing you another 100 shows for 2025.
100 million.
125 shows. How about that?
I said I was going to do less.
Oh,
to
you are gonna
produce-
do less?
To produce, yeah.
Oh, that
She's-
makes
it's
sense.
more of
So-
exclusivity.
So we're doing,
Which is good.
let's say, 70 shows with 4 tracks for the year. We'll wish that for you. Is that a good goal?
I mean, I would say
Even
like,
less?
Yeah, like 2 a month shows, and then I would love 4 tracks this year.
Oh, 2 a month.
100 shows
One of
is
the
actually
total
pretty
months.
aggressive. You don't
It
want
was a
to
lot.
play too much and pull away from people who want to come see you. Because if I can see you every
Yeah,
week,
True.
Yeah.
yeah, got to watch that. A lot of people get stuck in
Yeah,
that.
next weekend, next
It
weekend, next
served
weekend.
its
Yep.
purpose.
Smart, smart.
To kind
Well,
of create
exposure.
a reputation where now I don't have to play as much
Yeah.
and I don't want to,
Yeah.
but I'm still relevant.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Houseology Live. Our special guest today was Meeshy, who shared her story and her shows and her advice. And you heard where you can find her, which was at Meeshy Music, right? Everywhere.
Yep. Everywhere.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Danielle, for doing the interview. It was
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you for
We
being
got
here.
Vanity in the building, Rape Daddy Robbie. We
Peace
got
out, everybody.
Embrace out there, Volume. We love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Rich, we miss you. We'll see you guys next week.
Take
See
care.
you.
Peace.
Wrapping it up for this week's show. Tune in next Monday at 6 p.m. for the best up-to-date info on EDM news, culture, and gossip on the Houseology Live show.
Humble House Radio.